Good morning, Jolly Cruise family. My name is Jason, and I am the Jolly Cruise vlogger. And welcome to another edition of the Jolly Notes. Well, what are the Jolly Notes? If you remember the Cliff Notes from school, it's like an abridged version, a shorter version of, novels and things like that we were supposed to read, but we didn't really read because we just went to the store and bought Cliff Notes. Well, yeah, this is the same thing here. And today we're doing the Jolly Notes version of the Carnival Mardi Gras. We're doing a mini ship tour. It's not going to be an extensive one. We're not going floor to floor, front to back, anything like that. We're just going to show the major public areas that you're going to need to know when you go on the Carnival Mardi Gras. The Carnival Mardi Gras docks at Terminal 3 in Port Canaveral. Once you get to Terminal 3, you'll go through the stations based on your arrival time. Once it is your time, you'll go up the stairs. At the top of the stairs, you'll go through security, and that's where you show them all your travel documents, your boarding pass, your passport, or your license and birth certificate. Once you're through security, you've got the opportunity to take some pictures, some welcome aboard pictures, and then you get to go hang out in the waiting area. Once your boarding group is called, you walk down the gangway and you walk into the beautiful Mardi Gras right here in the Grand Central neighborhood of the ship. When you're boarding the ship, do your muster drill first, do everybody a favor. So we actually turn left down the hallway, past the Invictus store, and then we're entering into the French Quarter, where there's going to be the Fortune Teller Bar, the Brass Magnolia Bar, and also Emerald's Bistro. We're going to start off on Deck 19 forward, which is the Loft 19 area, which is unlimited access if you do have an Excel suite. But if you do not have a suite, do not worry, because you can reserve the space in these cabanas if you wanted to. The rate does change based on if it's a sea day or if it is a port day, but it definitely has some of the most beautiful sights on the ship. Staying on Deck 19, but now we're in the aft of the ship, we come to Bolt, which is the ultimate sea coaster, which is the very first roller coaster at sea. The track's about 800 foot long, goes up to about 40 miles per hour, and you do have to reserve a space in the Hub app before you do get on there. On Deck 18 forward, you'll find the Serenity Deck, which is the adults-only outdoor private relaxation area. It's got a saltwater pool, 2 hot tubs, and you must be 21 years old or over to get in. Now, if you're like me, you always forget that there is a Fresh Creations, which is a complimentary salad station up here. I always forget that, never remember it, but it does still also have a full bar service. Still on Deck 18, you have the Ultimate Playground, which consists of the Sports Square and the Carnival Waterworks. The Sports Square is going to have your jogging track, your multi-purpose court, ropes courses, which is like 150 feet above the sea. Not my particular thing, because I'm scared of heights. It also does have a 9-hole mini golf course. Plus, you also have the Carnival Waterworks, which has water slides. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. Plus, obviously, you've got the 150-gallon bucket drencher that always ends up knocking me down, or at least some kids down when they're underneath it. Going down to Deck 17 midship, you're going to have the Red Frog Tiki Bar, which is going to be the upper level of that one, as well as you're going to have Guy's Burger Joint, which always is packed on embarkation day, but you can never really go wrong with the Guy's Burger anytime throughout the whole cruise. Deck 16 mid is going to be one of the hottest places on the ship as far as what's going on. It's going to have the most activities on a consistent basis. You're going to have the first level of your Red Frog Tiki Bar. Plus, you're also going to have your Lido Pool, which this is the pool deck that's going to have your sail away parties, your 80s rock and glow parties, your hot white parties. Any of your deck parties are going to happen here on the Lido deck. It also has your Blue Iguana Cantina, which is going to be your tacos and burritos, which I pretty much have one or both, or all of the above at least once every day on a cruise ship. I love it. Deck 16 Mid is also going to be home to your street eats, which is going to be separate restaurants that their menu changes every day. So this gives you an opportunity to have something different right there off of the pool deck. As you go to the back of the ship, the aft of the ship, you do come across the Tides pool, which does have the Tides bar right there as well. In between the Lido pool and the Tides pool, you do have the full buffet area. I didn't show you that because we all know what a buffet looks like. And you also have Big Chicken, which is some of the best food on there. Some people say it's even better than a Guy's Burger. On Deck 8, the aft of the ship is known as Summer Landing, which is home to Guy's Pig and Anchor Barbecue Smokehouse and Brew House, which does give beer tours if you can sign up right away. It also has the Heroes Tribute Bar and Lounge, the Watering Hole Bar on the outside, as well as Summer Landing's pool area. This is a good party spot for a lot of things. Deck 8 Mid is also known as La Piazza area, which is home to a lot of things, including Rudy's Sea Grill, which is known as Plates with Personalities, which they were watching me so I couldn't take one of these. But it also has Piazza Panini, which is a sandwich area, the Pizzeria del Capitano, as well as the Bar della Rosa, and the Cucino del Capitano, which is always one of my favorite places to eat. After taking 2 cruises on this ship, the areas that I spent the most time on are Deck 16 on the Lido deck and Deck 8 in this La Piazza area. In the aft portion of Deck 7, you're going to find the Palm Restaurant, and this is going to be the restaurant that you're going to eat in if you do have the anytime dining, which is what we normally have. It just makes it so much easier. It's a little bit more flexible. Continuing on Deck 7, you're going to find Fahrenheit 555 Restaurant, which is an upcharge. It is one of the specialty dining ones, but if you do it on embarkation day, you do get a free bottle of wine. Just outside of Fahrenheit 555, you'll find the Alchemy Bar, which is a staple on a lot of Carnival ships and home to one of my favorite drinks, which is the Cucumber Sunrise. Continuing on down to Deck 7, you'll come into the Mardi Gras Casino, which depending on if you're good or bad, which depending on if you've got good luck or bad luck, you'll either start making withdrawals from them or you will actually start making donations, but play responsibly. The forward portion of Decks 5 and 6 are going to be the Cloud9 Spa, which is honestly an area that I have never spent any time in other than this particular tour, but it is an area that I definitely want to go to because they have so many different offerings. They've got the Salt Therapy Sauna, which was actually pretty nice looking inside. You're also going to find 2 saunas, 2 locker rooms, massage areas. You have the thermal suites, which are going to be complimentary if you do have a Cloud9 spa stateroom. But you've got steam chambers, you've got a large hot tub, and even an aroma steam room. And as you can see, it definitely does get steamy in there. Also on Deck 6, you're going to have the Cloud9 fitness area, which this is the longest time I've actually spent in the fitness area and in the gym. I'm usually worried about fitting this next slice of pizza or this next donut into my mouth. However, definitely something that I could see myself doing if I had multiple, like 4 or 5 sea days in a row. Definitely hitting one of these treadmills to looking out onto the ocean Yeah, I think that'd be pretty nice up there. They do offer some studio classes as well. Staying on deck 6, there is the Piano Bar 88, which is a wonderful time every single evening. It's a lot of fun. It's a great sing-along time. Coming back through deck 6 on the mid, headed towards the French corner, you do have the Java Blue Cafe, which is going to have desserts and coffees and everything else. The Fortune Teller Bar, great bar, has a lot of great things going on there. Wonderful drinks are going to be happening in there. Then we also have the Brass Magnolia area. This has got one of the best speckled lemonades I've ever had. And then you've got all the seating right here where they do have jazz trios or guitarists or special people playing in that area for live music and live entertainment. Then you also have Emerald's Bistro, which is just absolutely amazing, especially these beignets. I don't think my wife let me have any of them at all. Although in this video, I did not show you every single thing that the Mardi Gras has to offer. Like I mentioned earlier, if I did that, this video would be about 4 hours long. However, I will put a deck-by-deck listing of everything that's going to be on the Mardi Gras. Please continue to watch, figure out exactly what's going on. Do your research when you do go on the Mardi Gras, because it is a big ship, but it is definitely one that you do want to go on. And the more research that you do ahead of time, the better it is going to be. Even if you do get lost on the Mardi Gras, you always remember that a cruise day is better than a work day any day. And I wish a Merry cruising to all, and to all a good night.